All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're tackling a huge problem, one that probably keeps a lot of you cloud architects up at night, that black box of multi-cloud spending. And we're not just going to talk about it. We're going to architect a real solution that gives you total, crystal clear cost visibility. I mean, you've been there, right? That multi-cloud invoice lands and wow, it's a monster. But the real headache, the thing that really gets you, isn't the final number. It's that you can't trace it. Who spent what, on which project? It's just this black box. And it's not just costing you money, it's robbing you of the intelligence you need to make smart moves. So, let's put you right in the driver's seat. You're the senior multi-cloud architect. Your challenge is to step in and bring order to this financial chaos. And look, this isn't just about crunching numbers. This is about designing an elegant architecture. So today, let's build that playbook together.
So where do we even begin? Well, before we can architect a solution, we have to truly understand the maze we're trying to navigate. What is it that makes multi-cloud cost management so difficult?
You know, we all bought into the multi-cloud dream. The promise was amazing. Ultimate flexibility, picking the absolute best services from each provider, sparking innovation like never before. But for so many, the reality has been a pretty rude awakening. It's turned into a financial nightmare of tangled data, crazy surprise costs, and just this fog of confusion that's actually slowing innovation down.
So, who are the usual suspects in this whole cost mystery? Well, first up, you've got shared infrastructure. That massive Kubernetes cluster that all the teams love. How on earth do you slice up that bill fairly? Then there's the classic problem, the untagged resource. You know, the ghost in the machine that's just racking up costs with no owner. And to top it all off, each cloud provider, AWS, Azure, GCP, they all speak a different financial language, which makes getting a single source of truth feel basically impossible. So how do we find our way out of this maze? We need a guiding principle, right? A North Star to navigate by. And in the world of FinOps, that North Star is called cost attribution. It might sound simple, but believe me, it is a total game changer.
So what exactly is cost attribution? Okay, think of it like this. Instead of just getting a long grocery bill with a bunch of random items, you can now see exactly which ingredients went into which meal you cooked. We're moving beyond just the what, the EC2 instances and S3 buckets, and we're getting to the why. You know, the cost to run product A, the price of that R&D experiment, the true investment in your company's next big thing.
And here's the kicker, the really crucial part. This isn't just about balancing the books for the finance team. This is about turning your cloud bill into a powerful source of business intelligence. I mean, what if you could see the true cost of an innovation in real time? What if you knew, for a fact, the profitability of every single one of your digital products? That's the power we're talking about unlocking here.
All right, theory is great, but let's get our hands dirty. It's time to roll up our sleeves and really get into the nitty-gritty of building your attribution model. This is where the magic happens. This is where we take that financial chaos and turn it into crystal clear clarity.
We're going to break this down into 4 key steps. First, we define our business dimensions. What are the lenses you want to see your costs through? Is it teams, products, environments? Second, we lay down the law with a rock-solid tagging strategy, and I mean mandatory, no exceptions. Third, we have to tackle the beast, modeling shared costs. This is where we get creative and build logic to carve up those shared resources. And finally, you put it all on autopilot with automated reporting and dashboards that tell the story for you.
And here's what that looks like in the real world. A tagging policy isn't some nice-to-have document. It is the absolute bedrock of your entire FinOps practice. A simple cost center tag, that gives you a direct line to a departmental budget. A product ID tag, well, that's your Rosetta Stone for translating tech jargon into business impact. This is where the rubber really meets the road.
Now, tagging the easy stuff is one thing, but what about that gnarly, really complex world of shared services? This is where most FinOps initiatives just hit a wall. I mean, how do you attribute the cost of a resource that literally everyone is using?
Take a good, long look at this, because this is the reality for most organizations. This is the before picture. You've got a few little pockets of clarity surrounded by this vast, murky ocean of unallocated costs. That's not a rounding error, people. That's a 65% black hole in your budget. It's a massive blind spot that's hiding waste, inefficiency, and who knows how many missed opportunities.
And this is where we want to be. This is the after picture. Suddenly, that unallocated bucket is just a distant memory, and in its place, we have perfect clarity. We can now see that product A is our cash cow, but hey, it's also our biggest cost center. We can see the R&D team is burning through 20% of our budget. Now we can have a real data-driven conversation about whether that's a good investment or not.
So let's bring it all back to your mission as an architect. This is it. This is your chance to be the one who finally connects the dots between cloud spend and actual business value. This is your opportunity to build that bridge between the tech and the business, and to create a common language that everyone, and I mean everyone, can finally understand.
Okay, so you've put in the work. You've built this beautiful, elegant attribution model. Now what? What's the real pot of gold at the end of this rainbow? What new superpowers have you just unlocked for your business?
Well, the results are nothing short of transformative. You get full financial visibility, which means no more nasty surprises at the end of the month. You get to make data-driven optimization decisions, so you're not just cutting costs, you're cutting the right costs. You get accurate product profitability reporting, so you can finally have an honest chat about which products are worth investing in. And you get this enhanced business intelligence, so you're not flying blind anymore. You are navigating with a high-res, real-time map of your business.
And the numbers? Well, they don't lie. We're talking about a 90% reduction in those mysterious, unallocated costs. That's not just a minor tweak. That's a seismic shift. It's like going from trying to see with a single flickering candle to flipping on the lights in a stadium. You're not just tidying up your books. You are illuminating a massive blind spot in your business.
So as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with a challenge. This whole journey, it isn't just about saving a few bucks. It's about unlocking a completely new level of strategic thinking. Because once you have this incredible view of your cloud spend, once you can see the ROI of every single dollar, the question is no longer, how do we cut costs? The question becomes, where do we double down? Where do we invest to win? The power is in your hands. So what are you going to build with it?